A very welcome to you in our interview. This is our third interview in the series of Empowering Young Community Leaders 2021. So before we start, how are you doing today?
Hello, Avian, and thank you for this interview, and thank you for the team of this amazing organization and connect leaders around the world. Today is a good day in Colombia. The first to the It's a festival day in the early December that is called Dia de las Velitas. That is amazing and is special because today I connect with a different part of the family and go to a home and do it and eat and something like that and speak and try to is the beginning for this amazing month. And this month is a familiar month in Colombia and in Latin America.
Nice. So you are doing like very great, and like it's a celebrating month. So I wish you many happy blessings to you. So let's go towards the first question of the interview. And the first question is quite personal thing, but I just want to put it in a direct way. Like, how was Juan as a young teenager? Were you like other normal teenagers living their life happily with friends, or these social differences were in your mind back then as well?
I had a very happy childhood. I have been very loved with my parents, especially by my mom and the mom family. I have a normal life, but a special topic to connect with me is the access to education, because it has access to education has been very complex. The access and the permanence in a formal education process has been a change for many young people in my country, Colombia. That since I was a child, I knew why my country was facing social problems or social challenges, where children, adults, and young people in general, and education is a principal topic in this part of the life. For this reason, I want to has involvement in social issues and activities and in social work in general.
Oh, nice. So the access to education gave you the power which you need to change the world. So
Yeah.
that's what I get it from your answer. So next question would be about your professional journey. So if you can go through your professional journey to us, like how you started your professional journey.
In this moment, I study law and psychology at the Javeriana Cali University. Is in my last year. I study in this moment this, and my internship is in a clinical psychology. I In this moment I do two internships. The first is in a clinical psychology with adolescents, young people in general, to improve or promote the mental health, sexual and reproductive rights, and life projects, in special the poor people in my country, in my city. In Colombia, the poor and the rich is try to be a number 1 and 6. Yeah, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is about the money and your quality of life. I work with young people like 1, 2, and 3 process, and I love this in a clinical part of this and this internship. In the other, I connect in the research from the Colombian Science and Technology Ministry in a TranSER project. That is an amazing project to connect with my life purpose. And obviously my journey is in this moment in the academy, in the university. I was a student leader. I was a teach assistant for the social psychology class. and I do a lot of works about with my partners and to create a better community in the university. But I think that my journey in professional way began the next year, because the next year I graduate, official graduate like psychology and like psychologist and a lawyer.
Oh, very nice. So that's very interesting, like because psychology helps you to understand other person's mind, and which have like I think like which is the a basic of the fact that it had motivated you to work for the like social for more social activities. So like is it true that only because of psychology you became a social activist, or there are some other reasons behind?
No, for me, the social activity is a part of my life. Since that I was a child, I do missions, religious missions, because I started in a Catholic school, but I do other activities with with the social activities and the social strategies to connect with the communities. For me, the social is a big part of my life. It's a big part of that. Who is Juan Pablo? Like a person, like a leader, like a change maker. I believe in the power, like each young people, uh, each teenager in my country come to create a better work. And this is my part to connect with the social work and do the best way and the best work to help the communities and create with them a better quality of life in general. In general.
That's a very strong motivation to relating your life to the social activities like that. Like I believe like every social activist would be doing that. So that's pretty good motivation, Juan. So moving forward, so let's ask this, like, is it easy to become a social activist, or are there any particular qualities an individual should have to become a social activist?
In
Activist.
Colombia is no easy, because the young people in Colombia and the social activists is very difficult, because have a problems to violence and other social and politic problems, especially in the communities and place that in the place that along to the downtown of the country, like a departments in the north, in the Pacific, or in the south of Colombia. But in this reason, the human rights of the activists and the human rights defenders or something like that is a complex and it's a challenge to Colombia and the democratic state to protect the activists. But I think that all the people in around the world have the power to do a social activist, a change maker, because it's not a perfect form or perfect idea. No, it's who you and me create a work, create a change with the skills, with the skills, with the life story, with the don't to do it that I create the bird and try to do a team to create these spaces and create change in the communities.
So let me put it again to you that is it the skill that make a person social activist, or it's a motivation behind to serve your community which makes it? So which one of is it?
Yeah, is this. But I told about that it's difficult in Colombia because the human rights violence in some parts of the country. It's all the country, and especially in some territories or some
Mhm.
cities that no is a principal cities like Cali or like Bogota or like Medellin. No, it sounds like, for example, Choco department have a lot of violence and have a human rights and something like that. For this reason, it's difficult to do an activist, but it's a burning challenge to the state to create a better uh, ways and create a better prototypes to do, yeah, to do, and all the people that uh, wants to do an activist or one change maker can be do it, because it's a right, it's a right to tell about the problems, tell about the realities, and do it something for the change.
Yeah, that's so true. So like I'm gonna ask one other question regarding to this, because as you mentioned in like in the previous question that you was shy, and then there is a situation in Colombia that it takes a lot of things to become a change maker. So you should be that brave. So how come a shy Juan transform into a brave person who can fight for the rights of his community? So how that transformation occurred?
About the what?
About your transformation from being a shy person, as you mentioned before, like you were shy, and then being a social activist, like it takes you to be a like very brave, because you have to fight for the rights, for your right and for the community right.
Okay, I wrote, it's a part of my growth, it's a part of my life. And when I was child, I have social activities, but in other level. My social activities when I was a child to hear my partners, to social missions with my school in a poor community near to Cali. My city is Cali, and go to a, a near department near that is called Cauca in the north part, and this is my social activities when I was a child. Today, my activities are others, and I do research to create a better work with knowledge about the academy. I do activities with AGlojoven, that is an amazing organization to create change with young people around my country. I do it other activities in another way, in another level, and connect with other change maker in Colombia to a better uh, impact, a better advocacy in the territories, in the series in general. But this is the same. Juan Pablo is the same. Juan Pablo doesn't change her life purpose, because the life purpose of my life is the social change.
That's very inspiring thing in your personality. So moving forward, uh, could you please tell our audience about your organization, TranSER, and how do you people work, and what's your main goals and aims and vision to this organization? What change you want to bring to this organization?
In this organization, in TranSER,
Yes,
okay,
through this organization.
TranSER, I smile when I talk about TranSER, because TranSER is an amazing opportunity to connect the academy, the health issues, and the community issues to create change. I work in this project, but because it's a project to my university, and the project tried to strengthen in a full and healthy sexuality in transgender women in 5 Colombian series, a series that amazing diverse cities, because it's Cali, Cartagena, Bogota, that is the capital of Colombia, Armenia, Bucaramanga. This is amazing and series with different parts of my country. And my work is research and create change with with an authors. Talk about do it webinars, talk about the gender, talk about the sexuality, right? about this. For example, in this part, I wrote a capital of book about the project, and this capital of this goal, this chapter of this book is about my thesis. That my thesis is about the process of the change in gender area of transgender women. So for me, it's amazing to talk about with the leaders of this project, the leaders, the women's to connect with the population and create and improve my skills like logic and psychology in the academic process, but obviously try to do a better work, an inclusive work, and try to promotion the access to education, to mental health system, to rights in general. And they, obviously I try to do in the formal works in my country. So this is TranSER, and for me it's amazing opportunity to create a change in the LGBT plus community, and especially in transgender women in my country.
Amazing. Like TranSER is doing a great work, and as the motivation, the smile behind in front in your face, like tells everything. That how happy are you with while doing those, while making those social changes in your country. So we are really proud of it. So moving forward, next question would be, being a researcher, like since you are an educational, you are a researcher, and what do you think about what role does education play in transforming a normal individual to a social activist?
The education and the research process is amazing skill
Mhm.
to create change, because the education to skills to fight with the stereotypes, fight with the ideas, but ideas done with the reality, ideas about, for example, the LGBT plus community, try to fight with the stereotypes, with the with the IDs, the yeah, sick, or try to fly about the stereotypes to the violence, or do it about something. For this reason, for me, education is amazing, is the best skill, is the best arm to create change, especially in the young people, because the young people in with academy, with research, with education, have the skills to go to the communities and tell about the reality, and obviously connect with the communities and talk about the problems in a good way, in a way to add communications and try to resolve the social problems in this community, in this process. For me, like a researcher is an amazing opportunity, but it's a big responsibility for create this, and the science and the innovation process was be reality, was be to try to improve the life of the communities.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. Like with education gives us knowledge to create such innovation to help bring social changes in the society. So that's a very good point. So we have reached the end of our interview. So we ask, like every time we ask this question to all our participants, that any message do you want to deliver to the global youth?
Yeah, I think the all young people around the world have the power to create change. This is a message. Uh, all the people have skills and a message, life experiences, and connect with this to create a better society and create a better world in your country, in your city, in your family, and dreams big. That this is today I talk about my life experiences, but I want to hear you talk about your life experiences to create a better world and know other stories around the world, about the young people to do change in her zones, in her territories, in her countries. This is my message.
Oh, that's a very beautiful. I really like the opening line that all people have the power to create the change. So thank you, Joan. Like, thank you so much for your time. As a community of global leaders, we would like to wish you a very good luck and all the best for your future endeavors, and to Transgender as well. You are doing a great work, and I hope you bring the social change, much needed social change in this world. So thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna stop this recording and then we can talk.
Thank you. Thank you for this amazing opportunity to connect with other young people around the world for these platforms.
Thank you.